Okay guys, today Shane Hoffman here with another video on about these amazing game consoles that have been out for ages. They've been out for about almost 11 straight years, and I can't help but still love these consoles a lot because they're still freaking got good graphics. I mean, they got tons and hundreds of good games and everything else. So yeah, today in this video, here's what I'm going to be talking about. They're a little bit dusty because I've had these Xboxes for about I've had my dad. This is actually my dad's, but it's considered mine because my dad doesn't play it no more because he's got an Xbox One, and I'm just having this for like a extra console, just like to have. And this is my main 360 console. This is the newest generation so far that they have made. And then this one is the S model. This one I think is the best 360 model that Microsoft's ever made. I like this one more than the others, but then again, I still love this model a whole bunch. Mainly these two models right here are my favorite because they're both the newest. Now these models, now this is not just one model of this kind. There's actually two other models that's related to this one. Okay, the disc tray, the cover, it's on this model it was straight white, and so is the open button. And then they have another model that's the same exact color, white, but the disc tray cover is actually silver, and the button to open it is too. And then they have a different model that's the exact same as this, but it's black, and the disc tray is silver. And so is the button. And then after these three models, then they had these two right here. So these consoles have been are really good consoles, and I love games so much. I can't be thankful for having this exact, like, not like these consoles, but this exact console 360. Now the 360 was released on November 22nd of 2005, and the first version was kind of similar to this one, but it wasn't different, or it was different because it had a different motherboard in. And when they were first released, this model, not exactly this model because they had a different motherboard, but it was the same exact look. But when they had the first model that they had when they released this, you could probably buy this for, you could have had to buy this for about $300, and you would right down here, hang on a second, right down here you would get a red ring of death, and that pretty much means that they were done for and you had to get a new one, unless you ship it down to Microsoft and they would try to fix it. Now another thing is that now I'm gonna move it back. Now another thing actually is that these two models right here, they don't have as much as problems as these ones used to, because these ones are improvements that Microsoft has done. Like, if you really take good care of these and you love them, they should last you for probably a good bit of 5 years or longer, because this one I've had for 2 years, or almost exactly 2 years. I've had it for 1.5 years, and this baby still runs like brand new. Now, I do have a different Xbox of this exact model in my room, but I just got it the other day at GameStop, and this exact Xbox of model right here that I have right here out. The thing with this one, this is my first Xbox 360 I ever got, and I got this one when I was about right after I turned 16, so I've almost had this exact one for about 4 years, almost. But at the time, my parents got this one from the pawn shop, and it was like, it was doing its thing. It was reading discs and all that, but then again, it was it started messing up like right in the middle of May, and when I put a disc in, it would say play DVD, and I was like, what in the world? I got a game in and it's saying play DVD, but the problem is because this one was used that my parents got. They got this for me for Christmas. I still love them, and I still love them to death because I even got this Xbox, even though my dad got me this one for my birthday 2 years later after this one was messed up. But I still love them for this Xbox because it may not read discs, but I got a 320 gigabyte hard drive inside of it, and it still connects online, and I can still download games from whatever I've purchased and all that. And it's a good 360 still. Even if it doesn't read discs, it's good to freaking download games and play them. But now this one, I got a 500 gig. This one is the newest model that they so far have released. This model came out the day before the Xbox One was released, and I know it kind of looks like Xbox One because the fan's over here and it's straight up black right here. But yeah, the 360, yeah, these are good consoles because they were released on November 2005, and they stopped manufacturing these consoles on April 20th, 2016. Now, whatever Xbox 360s that people's got and that's taking them to GameStop after used or that's broke, then they shipped them to Microsoft, and they didn't want them no more. Microsoft's fixed them and take them to the store for people to buy. That's all the 360s that are out in this world. Whatever that's left of this model that they Walmart and GameStop and places that are still selling that still have brand new, whatever they got left until they're all gone, they will not be having no more new 360s ever again. So if you have a problem with a 360, my best choice is to either think of a good factory to take them to and see if they can fix them, or call Microsoft and ask them to ship them down there and let them know that you got your Xbox is messed up, and ask them to fix it. And they'll probably fix it, and you let them and tell them your address, and they'll probably ship it back down to your house. But yeah, but this is like one of my #1 favorite consoles I ever played. I got like others like the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox One, and of course the PlayStation 3 and the Wii U. Those are my main favorite consoles ever. I'll probably like the PS4 when I get it this coming up fall, but it won't be for a little while. But this is like my first console I've ever gotten with better graphics. Like, this is the first console. This is not like exactly the first game console I ever played, but these are like the very first console I played with good graphics, and that's why I love my parents, because my first Xbox I got, I tell you what, I still love them. The Xbox One might have better graphics than what these consoles do, but boy, I'll tell you, these consoles still have good graphics of today, and they still look realistic. Now, people think I'm kind of stupid because I think that the 360 is still pretty good of a console, even though the Xbox One has better graphics. But graphics doesn't always mean better gaming. Now, gaming is mainly for gaming. See, the PlayStation 2 might be one of the old consoles that may not have the best graphics, but the graphics on there I think are still like pretty good. They may not be as good as this one, but they're at least gaming graphics. They're classic. I mean, because I still play the old Marios for the original Nintendo games, and I don't care how bad the graphics are. The graphics are still kind of designed. I mean, that's why they make games, is to create and have people to get them, not just because of better and better. I mean, what they plan on doing is what they wanted to do is improve the graphics each year so they can get better. But really, graphics don't really mean gaming. I mean, it's just something to have and something to be happy and something to be thankful that they're doing and something to be glad to have. But even if they didn't, it doesn't mean that you can't play games because of that, because they're staying the same. Gaming's gaming. So yeah, now like I was saying, the 360s were released in November 22nd of 2005, and these two versions right here, the two new versions, the Slim and the E model. So the Slim version was released in fall of 2010, or late summer or something. I think it was like September something of 2010 that this was released, so it was like in between fall and summer. And like I said, with this one, this exact 360 was released the day before the Xbox One was released, so it would have been November 21st of 2013 when these ones were released. And yeah, if you got lots of good games, hang on a second. I'm going to go get a few good games that I think are awesome. I'll be back in 1 second. Okay, now I got 2 games, even though I got like freaking of like 200 stacks in there of 360 games. Well, a little over 100, but it counts up to 200 some because of all the digital games I got. But for on disc and cases, I got about probably 150, I would have to say. But yeah, I'm a big 360 gaming fan. I'm a big gaming fan mainly, but 360 was the first console I got, so that's why I got more games for this console than any other. Now, here are 2 that I honestly love. One of them is for all platforms, and one's only for this exact console. I'm going to show you the one for all platforms first. Okay, this Xbox that I got, when I got it, this was the first Xbox I got that my parents got. This was the first game that my parents got. This is my first game I've ever got for 360. Hang on a second. It's kind of hard to see it because of the light on the computer, but if you guys can actually... Hang on, I'm trying to figure it out. There's a little better. Now you can see it a little better, but yeah, this game was actually one of the first Xbox games that I got. This was mainly the #1 first. And boy, when I tell you, when I got this for Christmas with my first Xbox right exactly here, I tell you, the graphics on this game were freaking realistic. I mean, they may not be now because of the Xbox One and because there's 2K16 that's out. But I will surely glad to tell you, the graphics on this game are still as realistic as the Xbox One 2K16 would look. Not kidding. The gameplay might be different, but you still gotta... You can't just focus on new stuff because old stuff still is good. Like I said, 360 games are still good and they still look real. But yeah, that was my first Xbox 360 game, and here's a game that the reason why one reason why I'm more of an Xbox fan than any other fan like PlayStation or Nintendo. My Xbox is my #1 console out of all of them, because if I didn't have one, I would have to take a 360 and an Xbox One first, and get the Nintendo and the PlayStation ones later. But here's an Xbox only game that I really love, and that's the reason why one reason why I'm an Xbox fan. It's this exact game right here. Halo. Now, this Halo right here is the very first one for the original Xbox, but it's remastered, or it's remade for 360. And Halo 1 is a complete favorite Halo game out of all of them. I don't mean, if I had to choose between this one or the original one, I still would have to say this one because of better graphics. But if I had the chance to play it on the original one right now, which I still got the original one. I got the original one downloaded for on these exact consoles on my profile. I would still play it, even if I had this one. But, yeah, I'm a huge Halo fan because that's why I love Xbox. One reason why I'm a big fan of Xbox is because I actually love Halo games. I'm a huge fan. And another game I am a fan of that's only Xbox exclusive only is Fable. Fable is an open world game that has so much to do, has so much action, so much open worlds, lands to go through, stories. Like, it's unbelievable. That game is awesome. You get to travel so much. But, yeah, these two exact games are, really my first kind of 360 games I've ever played. Halo was like the first Xbox I ever played, and then this game, WWE 13, was the first 360 game I ever played, but Halo 1 was my first Xbox game ever played. Because my uncle down the street, he had an original Xbox at the time, like right after the 360s were released a few years later. And he had the original Halo, and him and my dad were playing football on like I think a 360 at the time, or it was like a PlayStation 2 or a PlayStation 3. But him and my dad were playing football. They were playing against each other, and my uncle asked me if I wanted to play any game on his original Xbox. And when I first played the original Xbox, Halo 1 was the very first game I ever played on Xbox of Xbox history. Like, when he asked me if I want to play it, the only game, he only had this game plus two others, and he put this one in, and he said, "Hey Shane, why don't you play this game for a bit if you're bored, and why me and him play this." And I tell you what, when I started playing this game right here, oh dude, it was interesting. It was something new to play, and I kind of liked it. I was confusing at first because I didn't know what buttons to click to go do and whatever, and I got stuck on a very first level because something. But when I surely played that game, I tell you, I really loved it. But yeah, the history of 360. So the history of Xbox 360 is they're discontinuing it because they're trying to focus on the Xbox 2 and stuff. They got to focus on new stuff, and they got to focus on fixing bugs for the Xbox One and stuff. So they got to do other stuff. So like I said before, guys, if you got any of these exact models that you really love, and personally, in my opinion, I think this is my #1 favorite model, and this one's my second, and this one I don't like that much because these models are like getting old and they're starting to mess up, but these two work kind of perfect. But like I said before, if you're a huge 360 fan, I recommend do not get rid of the consoles. I recommend keep them and be glad that you got them, because if you look at it this way, in the future, if you don't have one, they're going to be becoming rare, and they're going to be becoming expensive because they're going to be hard to find. And if you got one of these three that that still kind of works and stuff, or you still play, and at the time it still works, you're going to be one rich freaking game guy that has them, because these are starting to come rare. The PlayStation 2s are already now getting to that point rare. Like, they're already now becoming rare right now. But these consoles right here will be before long. They will be starting to becoming rare. So I mean, it's kind of sad because these consoles are they were made for gaming and entertainment, for watching TV and stuff. But boy, I tell you, you have no idea about to play these consoles and stuff like that. I mean, they still got such good graphics and everything. So, but yeah, the consoles were firstly released of November 22nd, 2005, all the way to April 20th, 2016. That's 10.5 years that these consoles have been alive. So, yeah, but these games are like my very first, Xbox games I've ever played, because, not the anniversary, it was the original version of Halo that was my first, first Xbox game ever. But, this game was my, first, 360 game I played with my first 360. It wasn't my number one first 360 game. It was my first 360 game that I pretty much got. Like, this is my first own ever 360 game. Like, this one's mine. And then I started getting more 360 games as the months and the stuff and the years went on, and all that stuff. But yeah, I mean, these exact models now, these models right here, not this exact one, it was a different motherboard, the one that had the red ring of death. Okay, as you see here on the back, there's a HD cord plug-in spot at the very bottom below the big, what they call it, the actual cord plug-in, but below it, the big one, there's an HD cord plug-in, and on the original, when these ones were first released and they had the other motherboard in, these did not have HD until, like, this exact one was released. This is the arcade edition. And the thing about these ones are, at the time, you could only buy a hard drive separate, and at the time there was only a 20 gig hard drive. And when these models were first released, in 2010 with this one, in 2013 with this one had, they had a 250 and a 320 gigabyte hard drives in these exact ones. So the 320 was the biggest in this exact one. And then when this one was released, they didn't have nothing but 250 or 500 gig. Because when this one was released, they made a new hard drive of 500 gig. So 500 gig is the biggest hard drive that they got for these exact consoles. And you can find them for this ones at as these plug-in sites. Like that thing right there, like you plug it in on the side like that. They got 500 gigs of those kind of hard drives, but at the most they got the push-in throughs for like these two models, like you just slide it in through. And yeah, I got a 500 gig in this one, and then I got a 320 in this one. But and then my other version of this that's in my room, I got a 250 that a spare 250 that my friend gave me about a month ago, and it's been pretty good. So yeah, these are one of my favorite game consoles I'm ever going to play. I will play these until they're fully done, but I probably won't play them as much as like 10 years down the road, but for now I'm still playing them a bit, and I won't never get rid of them. Like I say, I got now 3 Xboxes, practically 4, because now this one's practically mine, because my dad don't even use it or play it anymore, and neither does my brother, because he's got his own, and my dad's got an Xbox One now. But yeah, they're pretty much mine. Now the problem with this one is it kind of does read discs, just like a very few, but you have to clean the console itself. And this one I've had for about 1.5 years, and this thing still runs like brand new. This one was used from the pawn shop. It don't read discs no more, because this thing right here, the disc tray's messed up, and my dad tried to fix it, and there's like nothing you can't do. But I got a different version of this that I just got 2 days ago, and it reads discs perfect. So I'm glad I got a version of this that reads disc and an extra one, pretty much. But yeah, I mean, I've had so many great memories with this console. Plus, like I said, with this game, my first 360 game I ever owned, I've had pretty much lots of good memories with this game. But yeah, Also, I've had memories with Red Dead Redemption, Grand Theft Auto 4, and you could say Grand Theft Auto 5 even though it's the newest Grand Theft Auto game and it's the last one that they're making, that they have out for these consoles. But the the game was has been out for about almost 3 years, and I played it so much on these exact Xboxes because I have a digital from a friend from license transfer on here to play it, and I got a disc so I can play it on this, and a disc pretty much to play it on this. But yeah, I've had memories with Grand Theft Auto 5 because it says it's the most game I played because I played it on here more. And let's see, I've had memories with SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 because I beat that game like over 5 times on this. It says SmackDown vs. Raw 2010, and other games I've had memories with are plus sorry, something's trying to get in my throat and everything. Let's see, I've had other good memories with Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 when my dad first got it, and me and my dad and my stepbrother and cousin, we all 4 played it like every night and all that stuff. And I've had memories with also Black Ops 2 because Black Ops 2 was the first Call of Duty game, well, it was the second Call of Duty game that I've owned, and I played zombies like heck on them, and the zombies were so fun, it wasn't even funny. But also another thing is that another game I've had good memories with was MW3 by long shot because I played survival on it so much, and I loved the multiplayer, and the campaign was pretty good. And then I've had memories, I suppose I could say Call of Duty 4, the first Modern Warfare, because I beat the campaign like 4 times, and I'm already beating it, playing it again because I want to beat all 3 Modern Warfares over again because they're the best series, I think, of Call of Duty. But yeah, these consoles, I don't know what to say. Microsoft had problems, like I said, with the Red Ring of Death on these exact models with a different motherboard, and they kept trying to fix the problem and everything, and they were doing it, and they finally fixed the problem. And like, this is the arcade edition. When they had the arcade edition finally out with the new motherboard, it didn't have Red Ring of Death or nothing anymore. And then these two right here are improvements, so like they improved more and more and more, and like if you have one of these two should last you a pretty good long time because they're newer and they're still like newer and stuff. But yeah, that's crap. I forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, you don't have much problems with Red Ring of Death on these exact Xboxes, but there are some that I think kind of still do, but it's not as often as like these did. There's like more Red Ring of Deaths on these ones than there are on those ones because you just, I don't know, you just can't. They've just been improved so much that they fixed the problem. But yeah, guys, if you like my video about the 360s, like I said, they were released in this console came in November 22nd, 2005, and it was all the way to April 20th, 2016. And yeah, it's kind of sad. But like I said, if you guys got any one of these Xboxes and they still read games and they still work like new, or they work pretty good, not like probably brand new, but they still work good and stuff, I just say recommend keeping them, because if you're a big gamer fan and stuff, and you're a big Xbox fan, they're going to get rare, and they're going to be getting hard to find probably by the time 2020 hits, because they'll be like 15 years old, and they're going to be hard, they're going to be expensive, and you just be lucky to have one because of how much they are. You'll be one of the luckiest people on this world to have one, because I'm keeping all mine, no matter what people say. People try to people try to get me to get rid of them because I got an Xbox One, and I said no. I said I'm not getting rid of them for a single penny. I said I don't care if I can sell them for like $1,000 to $100,000 or $1 million. I said if they're worth $1 million, I said then more likely I'm not going to get rid of them or any of them or one of them. I mean, like if I only had one, I wouldn't get rid of it. But like if I had more, like I do now, no. Cause see, like I said before, they're going to be becoming rare and they're going to be becoming hard to find because now they're no longer manufacturing these. But the good news about the consoles, again, like I said in another video, is that I don't know if it's going to be this is the last year or if it's the next 2 to 3 years or 4, but there's only going to be either this year or the next 2 to 3 years that they're no longer going to be making games, or when they're going to stop no longer making games. For now, they're getting games like WWE, I think, NBA, and definitely Madden. They're getting games like sports games, but not games like Grand Theft Auto, Fallout, Call of Duty, new Halos, whatever it's out, it's out. So, yeah, if you like my video of the Xboxes, subscribe my channel and tell me some good memories you have, and tell me how sad you think it is that they're no longer making the consoles, and I'll see you guys in the next video.